Welcome to Off Duty. I'm Wendy Bounds. Now, we know you're probably suffering from a little Olympic withdrawal this week because of the end of the games, but no worries. We have the perfect cure for you, and it all starts with two little words: Michael Phelps.
I'm Andy Jordan with the Wall Street Journal. We're here with, of course, none other than Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian in history, best swimmer in the world. Are you absorbing those titles at this point?
It's been kind of cool to read everything that I've read, you know, sort of on Facebook and on Twitter from the fans, and it's kind of weird reading that stuff, but it feels pretty good to be able to look back at my career and see some of the things that I've been able to achieve.
I happened to talk to the record holder for the past 48 years, Larisa Latininia, the Ukrainian gymnast, who said, you know, she held that title of most decorated Olympian for 48 years. Let Michael try to do that. Do you consider that a challenge, and are you hopeful you'll be able to hold the record for that long?
You know, I mean, everyone knows that records are made to be broken, and you know, I just started with a goal and a dream and went out and tried to do it, and have been able to be very successful. So, you know, I mean, I think there are a lot of people out there that probably have the same dream or a bigger dream than I had, and they're starting to try to work at that goal and dream, and hopefully I can see the record get broken one day. Who knows?
Well, let's talk about London. Did you find that this pool was a fast pool? Was it sort of designed or engineered for winning?
I don't know. I mean, whenever I get asked a question like that, I always think a pool is a pool. You put lane lines in there, you put some water in there, a good starting block, and a pool is a pool to me. I just get in the water and swim. I try not to think about, you know, the depth, or is it a fast pool, is it not a fast pool. I just get in and try to compete. Well,
along those lines, would you ever consider open water races or open water swimming?
If I can't see the bottom, I'm not swimming. You know, I couldn't imagine swimming, you know, a 10K in water that I can't see what's right below me. I would not like that at all.
Right. In terms of your future plans, we've heard everything from golfing to horse racing, possibly coaching the U.S. team. Any of those things appeal to you?
Not coaching. Coaching is. I mean, you know, after seeing what after putting Bob through what he's gone through over the last, you know, 15 years with me, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I have the patience to do it. You know, Bob and I have thrown the comment about, you know, getting a racehorse and having Bob and Bob both know a lot about horse racing. So, you know, I have two great people that I think we could have some fun.
What's the one thing without which Michael Phelps would not be Michael Phelps? What's been most important to you in making you the person you are today?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is just really never giving up. You know, I've been able to you know, I've had ups and downs throughout my career, and sure, I've had, you know, some hard times that I've gone through, but, you know, I've had the goals and the dreams that I've had, and I haven't let anything stand in my way, and I think that's something that, you know, just the hard work and dedication, I think, is something that has really gotten me to where I am today.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of questions people want to know about the nitty-gritty of swimming every day, especially in competition. Ryan Lochte reports had come out that he had actually urinated in some of the pools. Is that something you have ever done?
I mean, I think everybody pees in the pool. It's kind of just, like, I don't know, it's kind of, I mean, a normal thing to do for swimmers. You know, when we're in the water for 2 hours, we don't really get out to, you know, to pee. We just go whenever we're on the wall. Chlorine kills it, so it's not bad.
Sure. Nice. What's the first thing you're going to do after the closing ceremony?
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow. So I'm just living day by day, minute by minute right now.
Right. So no immediate plans for what you're going to be doing?
I have no clue yet. No idea.
Yeah. First day of retirement. It's a lot
nice.
To expect.
It's good though.
Right. Well, Michael, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
In London, I'm Andy Jordan with the Wall Street Journal.
Now, another Olympic sport, not quite as well known as swimming, but definitely as entertaining, is the trampoline. We caught up with the only male U.S. contender in the trampoline. He's going to teach you some Olympic-sized moves right now. Check him out. The trampoline. You jumped on one as a kid in the backyard, but did you ever think it could take you all the way to the Olympics? Welcome to Off Duty. I'm Wendy Bounds. We're here in the Elite Trampoline Academy in Middletown, New Jersey, where 22-year-old Stephen Gluckstein is preparing for his first Olympics. We're going to talk to him in just a second. Oh, here he is.
Hi, how are you?
Stephen, nicely done.
Thank you.
Let me guess, you had a trampoline in your backyard as a kid.
I did. Ever since I could walk, I had a trampoline sitting there in my backyard.
So people who think that trampoline is only for kids, right? They may not even have an idea that it's an Olympic sport. Do you get a lot of that, like, wait, this is an Olympic sport?
Absolutely. You know, every time I tell people I do trampoline, they say, oh, my son or daughter's got one in the backyard. She can do a flip, can you?
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I can do a few of those.
But what you have to do in the Olympics is much faster than sort of bouncing around. I mean, what are just sort of the three main categories they judge you in?
It's very strict. We jump on a much different trampoline than they do in the backyard. We jump about 30 feet in the air. We get judged on difficulty, which is added up how many flips and twists you do. We get judged on time of flight. And then the third part of the total score is the execution, which you have judges sitting on the panel displaying out of 10 how well you did.
So is it hard for trampoline to get the same respect and the funding as other parts of gymnastics?
Absolutely, but a lot of it has to do with recognition. You know, a lot of people don't know about trampoline. A lot of people think about backyard trampolines, and they don't really know about how awesome our sport is. And once we get a bigger audience and a bigger pool, we'll be able to be on a bigger scale like the women's gymnastics.
All right, Stephen, now before we get on here and you teach us some moves, what's different about an Olympic trampoline than the ones in our backyard?
Well, first thing first, the size. It's a rectangle, and it's 7 feet by 14 feet long. Also, the springs here, they're a lot tighter, and they're also larger. They're about 8 inches long. And also the webbing is a lot different and made of different material.
And so what does that mean? Does it make it go higher, faster?
Both. You know, it's sprung a lot tighter. This way, the harder you push it down, it'll spring you back up faster.
All right, let's get started.
All right.
So show us the proper way and then tell us what people typically do wrong.
All right, so first I'm going to demonstrate.
Yep.
Proper seat drop, push to stand back up.
And you're pushing with your hands as well.
Pushing with my hands,
All right. Okay.
I make it look easy, it's not easy.
Yeah, you do.
All right, next skill that I'm going to teach you is called a tuck jump. The trick is to leave your shoulders and your chest up and use all the work in your knees. Bring your knees up and land right back on your feet.
All right. How do you stop?
Half turn, here we go. Common mistakes are leaning over for the twist. Okay, you have to pretend like you have a pin going from your head to your feet. We're gonna swing our arms to the ceiling and turn around facing the other way. There you go, easy. Next trick we're doing is called a straddle jump. All right, I'm gonna demonstrate it.
Whoa.
Okay.
I just want to say I reserve the right to edit this out of the show. You got that?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you're just saying that.
No way. So we're gonna make up a little routine for you, putting all these things together, okay?
Right.
So we're gonna go first with the straddle jump, followed by the seat drop, the tuck jump, the half turn, and stick the landing. And then you can do your victory dance. Easy. First we're gonna start the straddle, seat drop, stand up, tuck jump, half turn, and stick the landing. Oh, so close!
Tatiana, you've been Stephen's trainer 12 years now?
Yes.
So there's only one man and one woman from the U.S. that goes to the Olympics in trampolining.
Yes.
So it's a big honor for Stephen.
I think so.
What does he have that other people don't have?
He's very regimented, so he works hard, and it's just every day is planned, every training is planned, and he stays on top of it. Our sport is growing, and as a result, our team is growing. We had 75 members last year, but right now we're actually making over 100 at the end of the season, so it's growing and growing.
And at the end of the day, only one man and one woman go to the Olympics.
Yes.
Incredible. Now your younger brother, Jeffrey, he also practices trampoline.
Yep.
Came down to the wire with the two of you on who was going to go to the Olympics, right?
Yep, it was all came down to the final routine, and whoever won was going to the Olympics, and I came out ahead.
Now some people have described your brother as the more natural athlete in this capacity, but they said that your work ethic is what got you here. Do you think that's true?
Absolutely, 100%. You know, he is naturally one of the best in the world. Unfortunately, he's also one of the laziest. So, you know, whereas I do have God-given talent, but I flourish on my work ethic.
And so the next time somebody tells you trampoline is not an Olympic sport, you tell them to try this. And finally, one benefit to the Olympics being over, no more body image guilt watching all those athletes in spandex. To celebrate, we're going to serve you up a full English breakfast complete with blood sausage.
There's an old saying about the food in the UK. If you want to eat well in England, eat breakfast 3 times a day.
That saying is no longer quite true. With the number of restaurants growing every day and representing all ethnicities, London is quickly rivaling New York as the culinary capital of the world. Even Michael Phelps had something good to say about the new British cuisine.
You know, the food is definitely better here.
But there's no denying it. England does a great breakfast. It's called the Full English, and it's a meal like no other.
Now, lots of places advertise a full English breakfast, but few actually deliver. Most are just tamed down versions for tourists. If you want the real deal, you have to go to a place that knows working class food.
This is the Hope Workers Cafe. Tucked away in a working class part of London, this is an honest cafe that serves up an honest full English. And it's exactly the kind of place I want to eat it.
There's actually dozens of different kinds of food that can go into a typical full English breakfast, but I've narrowed it down to a few classics items that must be on the plate.
First, you've got your meats. English bacon, which is uncured and thick. Sausage, English bangers to be exact. You got your eggs, always poached, sunny side up. Then you have some things that might shake up people's ideas about breakfast. Beans, always Heinz beans in tomato sauce. Sauteed mushrooms. We also have things like bubble and squeak.
Bubble and squeak, which is basically mashed potatoes and cabbage that's been grilled. It's the only semi-healthy thing on the plate.
Then we have a classic, black pudding, which is a nicer name for blood sausage, and it's the oldest thing on the plate.
And the blood sausage, which is basically just pork blood that's been mixed with filler and spices and boiled and congealed and then finished off on the grill. We have the Romans to thank for this one.
Grilled to a crispy outside, soft and fluffy inside. This is where most restaurants go wrong. They leave off the black pudding. Ah, the sizzle of a full English being cooked on a griddle. It's no wonder another name for this meal is an English fry-up. I'm guessing this is not the kind of meal Michael Phelps is going to be scarfing down before doing his laps in the pool. Back in the day, this was basically a meal for a working person who needed a lot of calories and a lot of fat to make it through the day. These days, the average Brit would only eat this on special occasions. And because the 2012 Olympics are a special occasion, I'm treating myself. For the Wall Street Journal in London, I'm Jeff Bush.
That's it for WSJ Off Duty this week, and that may be it from Michael Phelps in swimming, at least when it comes to the Olympics. We will have to wait and see. I am Wendy Bounds, and I will see you next week.